look at the painter when he paints his own fragrant mixture of emotions and paints his own nature into his pictures. We look at him, right through him, and the eternal Picasso question pops up again. Who sees the human face correctly? The photographer, the mirror, or the painter? Seeking the answer, we welcome you in a brand new episode of Galleria. The artist creates new appearances for things when shifting them into his glowing imagination and reproduces them. Today, we show you things according to Mr. Hasan Hamam's brush.
الفنان التشكيلي حسن محمد الحمام من محافظة الرقة سوريا.
The plastic artist Hassan Muhammad al-Hamam is from the Governorate of Raqqa in Marbid area. The hill of Marib is an old hill. Man lived there 8,000 years BC. It has monuments that represent this old civilization. These monuments remind me of my childhood. Most of my subjects were about the daily troubles of this area. When I was in the primary stage, I discovered that I liked to draw. My teachers encouraged me and gave me great interest. I had creative paintings and I received many awards, and I got the first position in many contests. My interest in drawing became stronger. In the prep stage, I used oil colors and acrylic. I used brushes, and I know how to make a shadow or some light. The teacher of drawing helped me in that. Unfortunately, there was no stationery shop in my area, so I couldn't buy drawing tools. We had to use bags of flour and cartoon for our artistic work. I received many prizes in the prep stage too. When I joined the Faculty of Fine Arts, I was very primitive. I met 600 runners and I felt I will be a failure. But for my surprise, I was one of the chosen 150 students out of the 6,000 runners. In 1994, we began to study the sciences of beauty and anatomy. In the second year, every student chose a specialty. My teacher said that I liked sculpture in spite of my liking for drawing. So I joined sculpture department so that I could know the relation between the mass and space, and I know many new materials besides earthenware. I studied in the faculty till 1998, and I made many sculptures of marble, stone and clay. After graduation, I took part in the first international symposium in Syria. My sculptures are in the public garden. I also took part in the memorials of the leaders in squares, streets and big gardens in Damascus, Aleppo and Raqqa, and many other cities. This was in the year in which I studied for a diploma in the Faculty of Education. Then I had a work chance in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I became a teacher of drawing in Najd private schools in Riyadh. I came to Riyadh in 2000, and now I live in Riyadh for the past 10 years. While being in Riyadh, I got to know the Saudi artists and trials. There are social differences between Syria and Saudi Arabia. In spite of these differences, I tried to merge the civilizations of Syria and Najd in the subjects I dealt with, so that the paintings can show this merge. Sometimes I embodied this merge in my sculpture too. I used clay and stone, but the idea was done and the same. Most of my works in Riyadh were of Najdian pure special style, for the Saudi ideas are special and unique. I liked this style while living in Riyadh, so I had many works in Riyadh in the gardens, houses and palaces. I also took part in many exhibitions in Jeddah and Riyadh, like the exhibition of Ayun Sham till now. I still live in Riyadh, and I also participate with Saudi artists in exhibitions. I also took part in many contests. The latest one was of decorating streets and squares of Mecca. Now I prepared to this contest and I chose suitable subjects and I hope to win the
The artist Hasan Hamam participated in many exhibitions inside and outside the kingdom. Of his external exhibitions, Eagles Adore Freedom, exhibition in Damascus in the year 1996, Golan, exhibition in Damascus in the year 1997, participation in the first international sculpture meeting in Aleppo, Al-Amal meeting, the first meeting in Syria in the year 2008. Youth exhibitions at Damascus University from the year 1996 to 2000. Metal formations exhibition in Raqqa, Khanji Hall in Aleppo, and As-Sa'id Hall in Damascus in the year 2007. Designing many monuments in Syria.
طبعا أنا بطبيعة الحال درست الرسم والنحت.
There is a permanent question I always hear. Which do you like most, drawing or sculpture? I said both together. If we handle the works of international artists, we'll find them paintings and sculptures. Any sculpture must have a paper sketch at first. Then the sketch is to be made of clay or wax. So I like both of drawing and sculpture. Sometimes I draw for months and then I sculpture for months. Other times I draw and sculpture at the same time. I may have a sculpture to my left and a painting to my right. I work in each of them for half an hour. Sometimes I draw a sketch which becomes a wonderful painting which is much more beautiful than the sculpture itself. Sculpture is distinguished by mass and space, while a painting is distinguished by harmony between black and white colors. Also, the conflict between mass and space is like the conflict between colors. I like drawing in sculpture for harmony is found in both. Any painting or sculpture that has no harmony may not draw the attention of a critic, an artist, or even any viewer. Harmony is always reflected in the artistic work and it reflects its beauty. There are international sculptors like Da Vinci and Michelangelo. They were clever artists and painters at the same time. Now we study their paintings and statues. Some of my works are found in palaces, farms, and some others are found in houses, but their owners only watch them. I sent more than 50 works to the general authority of the Riyadh city to decorate the streets and gardens of Riyadh. I also made some small matches. But there is a problem regarding these machettes because there is no sponsor company for the project. Also, the society, the Saudi street, rejects sculptures in spite of having Quranic verses and decorations on them that are very far from reality. We changed all of these works to sculpture that are found in the area of Dera. At the beginning, I used to sculpture bodies and characters, but after working in Saudi Arabia, I became far from reality and I began my abstract works.
جئت إلى المملكة أخذت حيز الأبستراكت أكثر من الواقعية. طبعا شاركت في معرض عيون الشام في عام 2000
I participated in Ayun al-Sham exhibition in 2004 in reply to an invitation from the Syrian embassy in Riyadh. They invited all artists in the kingdom in order to take part in the exhibition, exchange experience and know the works of each other. I participated with 10 different paintings in shape and subject. More than 20 Syrian artists took part in the exhibition, but the Saudi artists were few. This idea was unique and different. It shows the link between Saudi and Syrian artists. Many famous artists participated in this exhibition like Abu Salman, who had a big role in this exhibition. There were also other artists like Mahir al-Amir, Hassan Khalaf, and the sculptor Ayman Nasser, who had a famous experience. This exhibition attracted the Saudi audience, who is a real taster of art and beauty. and who was eager to know about Syria. There are some problems. I don't know what problems these are that hindered this exhibition from being annual exhibition, but it was successful. I also took part in another exhibition with 5 or 6 artists in Shaza Hall in Riyadh. Among them there were Aitab Harib, Ali Suleiman and Ahmed Daba. It was a successful collective work and a different experience. It was called Hirat al-Alwan. It was a collection of trials of the artists, and this was an abstract, also surrealistic and expressionistic. This exhibition was well accepted by the Saudi audience and the critics. Press wrote about it in all types of
Of his local exhibitions, Al-Sham Eyes exhibition in the Model Institute of the capital in the year 2004. Colors in the Session exhibition at Shahada Hall for Arts in the year 2005. Exhibitions of Najd schools and Ministry of Education awarded valuable prizes. Participations in many collective exhibitions and art competitions. Executing many artworks at the Saudi houses and private gardens and stone statues.
أنا أرسم لوحاتي أول شيء أستلم اللوحة بيضاء بهذا الشكل.
At first, I make the basis of the painting, decide the characters or the cornerstone of the painting. Then painting may have some exaggeration, abnormal characters, extra tall characters, tall arms, tall legs, or even extreme expressions. It is noted that I use the brown color too much in my paintings. I like this color, which is rather sad. Sometimes I mix it with blue and a little black. Regarding the background and the surroundings, they are inspired from the heritage of the folklore and the old myths. Sometimes characters in my paintings seem to be dead or even skeletons. These skeletons refer to some people who are sad and feeling pain in their daily life and reflect the conflict between them and inside them. That's why I use the brown color. My paintings often have a kind of conflict between the white color, the color of light, and the brown color, the dark color of darkness. I like this color for its beauty and for it balances the paintings. I also like the color of dust, for it refers to our heritage, my old house and my village. There were mud houses and wooden houses, and they affected my paintings and my ideas. Some of my paintings had 1 character, 2 characters or more, according to the idea of the painting. There is an artistic philosophy I use. If the problem of the painting is between 3 characters, I put 2 of them in one side and the third in the other side. Most of my paintings have vertical characters in them. This gives movement to the painting. I call this air painting. It also used to draw characters as if they were sculptures. Characters may be the beginning of the idea of a sculpture in which I may use metal wires covered by wax, clay or gypsum. The lower part of my paintings is the most important, for there lay the characters that may have honored horns to seem like myths or old spells. This gives the viewer a chance to browse the painting and see each character alone. Some people think my paintings are joyful for the ample white color in them, while others think they are sad for the ample dark colors in them. Both are right, for I mix joy with sadness, and there is a continuous conflict between them. This is the real context of a painting or a sculpture. In the upper part of the painting, I try to draw windows, old wooden doors, or mud houses. These may fade out so that characters will be in the foreground, for they are the main idea of the painting, so that windows or doors seem to be the dream, ghosts or myths. The general scene of the painting gives the shape of characters in various positions either at home or in offices. This is mixed with social problems. When the work is a sculpture, I put the idea on paper at first, then I begin the sculpture using wax, for it is clean and flexible. Those characters I sculpture are the same characters of the paintings. An artistic work may take 2 days, a week, or a month according to working hours and my mood. When the sculpture is finished, I take it to the factory to coat it with paint. Then it is taken to the exhibition. The paintings are 2-dimensioned and the sculptures are 4-dimensioned, but both have the same context.
ثنائية البعد أما المنحوتة نجدها بعدا كاملا من 4 جهات، ولكن المضمون والهدف والفكرة هي واحدة.